Today and yesterday, I went in and I weeded this side area of the yard. I have some grape plants growing here, and I'm thinking about planting bean plants underneath the grapes. So I've weeded out this area, and today I have the beans soaking in some water. They were dried beans, so I'm gonna let them reabsorb the moisture so that when they go in the soil, they'll be ready to sprout right away. When I first got to the house about a few years ago, the grape plants were already here, the trees were here, and I kind of let the yard go. I let the plants grow, I let the grass grow. And now I'm going in and I'm taking back the yard. So I'm keeping the grass mowed, obviously. I tried mulching around the tree areas. I found that we don't get enough rain here to make that really work very well. Because I go in and I water the trees, and the water ends up just sitting on top of the mulch and not actually penetrating the soil, unless I really soak it with water. Now, on the flip side, the water would remain in the soil longer with the mulch, but the mulch makes it difficult for me to plant other plants like my bean plants. So I've gone in and I've cleared out the weeds, and I've taken away the layer of mulch where I want to plant for this season, where I want to plant my bean plants. We are about at the end of the planting season for this next fall season's growth in this region. We're in growing zone 9B, which is a warm climate. So right now is middle of November, and I was planting all the way up to a few days ago for this season. In some other areas of the country and the world, they are done with their growing season. It's snowing now. Here we have days of 70 degrees still. And there come points in the garden where there's not much to do, and we're pretty much sitting back waiting on the plants to grow. Plants take time to grow. The things to work on during this time of year are the weeding, making sure that your plants have the space they need to grow and they get the sunlight they need and all that. And of course the watering. I planted my shady areas, partial shady areas, over here with bean plants, and in the more shady areas I planted root vegetables. root vegetables tend to produce even in the shade. I planted some carrots, garlic, and of course I also planted some other plants over there like herbs in the partial shady areas. Now throughout the yard I've also planted some flowers. So I'm gonna have some patches of color throughout the garden with my flowers. Some of them are annual plants and some of them are perennial plants. Some of the perennial types only bloom on the second year of growth. So they will grow about 3 feet tall and produce flowers on their second year. But in the meantime, I will be weeding around the area where the plants are growing and making sure they have the space they need to grow well. My tomato plants are coming up. My corn plants should be ready to harvest in about a month. In about a month's time they should be ready. Maybe a month and a half, depending on how long I let it grow. I have a patch over here with a purple theme. So every plant in that section is purple. I have purple basil. I have purple beans. And I also have lavender growing in that section. The garden has been laid, and now I get to sit back and let it grow.
My life's like a rhyme with no rhythm. Rhythm's like a timepiece clicking and ticking. I'm wishing for a certain certainty, but certainly it's all up for question. Tomorrow's not a given, today is just a visit. Yes, tomorrow's in the past tense. I don't like false pretense, so I open my mind to the circumstance. I do a little dance and take my chance. Wind up my mind on unwritten road maps to the other side. Do you love life? I find it's just one of a kind. Oh my life, thoughts intertwined, converse. Contours on the map say the elevated heights you're at and the steepness of the hill. I'm all for the thrill, but still, I cruise better in for weather. I'm the driver of my car. I've been on the bus and on subway rails. No matter the path, mast your sails. Actually, be an astronaut on uncharted planets when you cruise. This curiosity is a meditative move. Just groove with the smooth zoom of time. Maneuver and rhyme, have fun with your life. My life's like a rhyme with no rhythm. Rhythm's like a timepiece clicking and ticking. I'm wishing for a certain certainty, but certainly it's all up for question. Tomorrow's not a given, today is just a visit. Yes, tomorrow's in the past tense. I don't like false pretense, so I open my mind to the circumstance. I do a little dance and take my chance. Wind up my mind on unwritten road maps to the other side. Do you love life? I find it's just one of a kind. My life's like a rhyme with no rhythm. Rhythm's like a timepiece clicking and ticking. I'm wishing for a certain certainty, but certainly it's all up for question. Tomorrow's not a given, today is just a visit. Yes, tomorrow's in the past tense. I don't like false pretense, so I open my mind to the circumstance. I do a little dance and take my chance. Always here, always there, never anywhere I shouldn't be. In every instance, I'm reborn to new circumstance, and philosophy only tracks I'm hazy. I'm known to go crazy when I do art, but I dart my vibe alive like life so far from normal when I roam the solar spectrum. Protection with my sunglasses on. UV rays can't touch my blonde hair epicenter, the brain. My noggin's in plain sight. See my vibe with your mighty Richter scale. I'm number 10 or 11 when I tell my tale. I'm a bell in the wind, a chime with a rhyme. It's my time to be single again. My life's like a rhyme with no rhythm. Rhythm's like a timepiece clicking and ticking. I'm wishing for a certain certainty, but certainly it's all up for question. Tomorrow's not a given, today is just a visit. Yes, tomorrow's in the past tense. I don't like false pretense, so I open my mind to the circumstance. I do a little dance and take my chance.